You go, you're live. Welcome to the Bob and Tam Show. Ba-ding.
Hello, how are you? We're talking to a subscriber here real quick, so I was preoccupied.
Yeah. That's what they all say. So I want to thank all those that already got 38 on there today. Well,
Wow.
that's pretty exciting.
Yep.
And Lone Jack from it's Missouri. Tang, Devin Mike's on there.
Mike. They're down there in Florida.
Been pretty exciting here.
Oh.
Well, it depends on where you're at. It's 4 o'clock here, and
well, as I say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Don't they say that all the time?
That's right. So today, what we're going to talk about is it's going to be kind of the wrap up
of the rally.
Yep.
It's kind of.
Let's turn the camera a little bit here. Wait to see if get a soda. I'm thirsty.
Uh-oh.
What she want?
Her sticker. She lost her sticker. I'll give you another one.
So we're going to talk about the rally today. We're going to give you a kind of a wrap up of what's going on, what happened, maybe some numbers from the city that we got yesterday, which are kind of old yet because the new numbers will come out on Monday. Overall, we kind of have a general of a total. We actually talked to one of the campgrounds today that we know, Campground. We're going to talk a little bit about that, about what he said between this rally and the 75th. And so that'll be some of the things we're going to talk about today. We're also going to check with some of you that were at the rally, what you guys thought about the rally today while you were out here, the excitement about that. And we'll talk a little bit about next year's rally and what's going to be happening with us the rest of this year. So pretty exciting. And Tam's kind of going through some of the quick questions here, see if there's anything.
A couple people said they've made it home safe and sound.
The smoke is back.
It is. I don't know what happened. Everybody left and the smoke came back. So somebody asked where our next stop's going to be.
Well, next stop, where we leave from here, we're going to be here about a week. They're talking thunderstorms on Thursday. We may... I don't know yet. We may pull out of the Buffalo Chip maybe on Wednesday. There's a campground in town. You can stay for $20 a night for 2 nights. We may stay there for Wednesday and Thursday, maybe leave out Friday morning. We're going to be heading towards Illinois. Our first stop, that will be, I don't know, we should plan on staying in Peru more than a day.
No. It depends on what time we get there because that's only 250 miles from where we're going. So if we get there early enough, we'll just stop there and do what we need to do and then head on back down to St. Louis. So
we have personal issues in Peru, Illinois. We won't talk about that today. Maybe we'll eventually tell you a little bit why we stopped there and what was it all about. So then we're going to travel down to where we used to live down in Belleville, Illinois. And we're going to spend how many days there? It's my sister, 2 days, 3 days?
It'll probably be, it depends on what day we get there. We're staying there until about the 5th or 6th of September. So it might be about a week.
So it's Labor Day weekend.
It's like the Labor Day is the September 6th. So we're going down there on the...
So on Labor Day weekend, we're going to be over in Missouri along the Merrimack River. We're going to stay there. Got some friends coming down that we've known for a while. They're going to come down and check out with us over Labor Day weekend. And then from there, we're going to be heading over to Lake of the Ozarks.
Be there through September 2nd at your sister's.
Yeah.
And then we'll go down to... Missouri.
Yeah. Yep. Sticker. I want a Coke. If your waitress.
Yeah, okay. And a water, please. Is that what you asked for, a sticker? Okay.
You guys want any Coke?
You want anything to drink? I'll take a Coke with lots of ice.
And a water, please. Thank you.
No problem. So that's where we're going to be up until after Labor Day. We'll be heading down there to Lake of the Ozarks. That's in Osage Beach, Missouri. We'll be there for a handful of days. And then from right after that, we go down to Fayetteville, Arkansas for bikes, blues, and barbecue. And from there, we don't know yet. We got to make some phone calls next week, find out what's going on with Las Vegas. We've also got our terrific Tuesday menu.
Menu?
It could be a menu.
It is. There was a big variety there. So
lots of milkshakes. You could have small milkshake, large milkshake, and a jumbo milkshake, and baby milkshakes. So that depends on how we.
Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
They definitely did, and it probably will on the video too. So we'll have a milkshake video coming out. Thinking about around the 1st of September, it'll be on our Patreon page, but it'll be the $25 people only will get to see that. We're going to leave it up for 30 days. After 30 days, if you guys want to cancel the subscription, that's fine. If you want to hang around and see what else we'll put up.
Thank you.
If I ever get home, I've got a bunch of wet teas from T-shirts wet, that is, you know, because nothing else. Wet T-shirts that somebody squirted and fell on the floor and all that kind of stuff from Myrtle Beach. And we want to put that on the $25 channel too.
Somebody said too many wannabe bikers this year.
I don't know. There's a lot of newbies came this year.
A lot of first timers.
You know, you're always going to find somebody that rides better than you. You know, and same thing with me. There's always a lot of guys ride a lot better than me, and there's a lot of people ride a lot worse than me. So, you know, and that's what makes up a biker community, is the good and the bad and the not so good and the really super good ones. You know, like I seen one today on Facebook, somebody was saying, you know, he was out on Needles Highway. He was driving at least the speed limit or 5 miles over, which is kind of slow. But he had a lot of guys
drive the speed limit
passing in his lane. And, you know, and you shouldn't be doing that. You know, if you can't, you know, unless the person flags you by, which you should be doing that too. If you're slow on the rides, you need to move over to the right-hand side, over to the closest to the edge of the road, and flag the riders behind you that are trying to do a good ride. Same thing with us on Van Knocker Road. I don't know how many times I've come down that hill. We've had one time we get the came down pretty quick. Rest of the time, we rode our brake because somebody was in front of us.
Riding from Rapid City today, back out here, the speed limit's 65, and the cars are going, what, 50?
60. And
they were not going very fast. Oh, hi, Karen. Then you're off to Daytona. So Rapping says.
I don't know yet. Oh, we'll see how. We're going to see how our terrific Tuesday with the milkshakes being shown and different sizes. If that video does really, really well for us, that would be good money that would afford to pay us to go to Florida. Because see, what's bad about Florida is Daytona, we got a place to stay. But in Panama City, we have to pay. And if we do Myrtle Beach, we have to pay. Well, maybe. We can get in the campground, which I don't know if it's even too late to get in there.
Where?
Myrtle Beach.
Oh. Where did we stay in Myrtle Beach? Oh, coast yeah. Maybe. Oh, there's Ken. Did you make it home okay, Ken? He's on there a lot. So Chip wanted to know about fatigue patches or pins.
We haven't done anything with that yet. If I get time this week, I will try to set something up with some of that stuff. But at this moment, no. We're probably going to do like a hat. You could probably buy a hat with it on it. Patches, I'm going to have to get somebody to make the patches. And probably I'm going to have to order a lot of them. The company that makes our T-shirts and shirts that we wear, which I don't have any on now, that they only do embroidery on clothing. They don't do it on patches. So I don't know. We'll have to call a guy that we know that makes patches, but because I probably would guess a couple hundred would be made right away. But I mean, I have no idea what they're going to charge me per patch. And then if we have to send them out to you guys, what that's going to cost in shipping, and where I'd rather find somebody that would, like the company that sells our T-shirts, we don't deal with nothing. You buy the T-shirts and we get a couple dollars back from every T-shirt somebody buys. And that's a lot easier for us because we're not dealing with the inventory of cost and stuff of them.
Art wants a fatigue T-shirt. Art's on.
Art doesn't wear T-shirts. Art wears button-down shirts. Usually Art's T-shirts end up being rags that cleans his motorcycle.
So, what did he ask? Somebody, Mrs. Mullet from Dallas from Goat Spank, Tennessee, wanted to know, yes, we have a toy hauler, and that's what we haul the motorcycle in. It's a full behind ATC.
And she should, maybe if she gets it cleaned up this week, maybe she'll shoot it before we leave. We don't have the back seats that fold down in the twin beds. They're taken out because to get the motorcycle and the golf cart in there, we had to take that. They're in the back of my pickup truck in the garage at home.
So that's why we just told you, Dallas. Dallas Bates Mullet. Ken, 500 miles a day today over in Mississippi. Oh, he'll be home tomorrow. All righty.
It's a good day.
Safe
500
travels.
miles.
Somebody posted on our, I don't know if it was on our Facebook site or somewhere I saw They were just about home. I think they had 400 or 500 more miles to go. And his back wheel went out and he was having he had a trailer. They're both okay. It messed up their bikes and they got a lot of road rash and stuff. But
Ouch.
it was, yeah, the pictures, it was like, ow, ow. They said they're sore, but other than that, they're just kind of banged up and scraped up. So be careful on your way home. If you aren't all the way home yet, be careful, be safe.
So we'll talk a little bit about statistics that we heard yesterday from the city. City is predicting basically, now they only count from last Friday to today, which actually was yesterday because they didn't have the numbers in for Saturday. He was basically talking what the city was saying for Friday. They were saying you're probably around 650,000 people were here during that week. Now we'll have a real report come tomorrow morning. Deaths, actually we had 2 yesterday that happened. So during the rally, which is last Friday to Saturday, at that moment, we were between 8 and 9 deaths during the rally here in the area. Now, it doesn't go out to, the Badlands or Devil's Tower or anything like that. So those are all extra that nobody knows about, and that counties will count on their own. But
so if you're on Facebook, don't forget to hit that button so it'll tell us your name.
Yep, there's a little red, when you're looking at the box with the picture in it, there's a little red thing there. If you click, it says StreamYard. If you click on that, it gives permission for YouTube or for Facebook to put your name on YouTube. So
Scott Grady, that's who it is. Scott Grady said he saw us out in Alzada.
So that's kind of where those are some of the numbers they got. We talked to Kathmandu today, and he said in the 75th, he had, what did he say, 200 in his overflow?
Yeah.
200 in his overflow, and this year he had 20 in his overflow. Now, what I believe happened this year is I think we might have been close to 1 million, because actually, if you all watched our live and heard us talking 2 weeks ago Monday, we were telling you how crowded it was here. There was as many people here on Monday. What Monday was that?
For what?
For the Monday that we drove through town and said it was so crowded. That was the Saturday. Second. Okay.
The 2nd.
So the 2nd of August
2nd.
was already as crowded as the last year's, the 80th. So this year, when Wednesday came and Thursday, people left. We really didn't see anybody coming in this late. So I think that's what happened this year is everybody came, a lot of people came that full week before the rally started and didn't come the last part. Now there's still a few bikes here running around and a few vendors. We took up some video today that'll come up in a day or so and show you what's left here. Mainly t-shirt places.
That's all that's left.
Yeah, some motorcycle parts are still here. Everybody else is gone. Went to Rapid City. Everybody's gone. They're wrapping up their sales.
Too. If a lot of people came, usually like people will come for the first part of the rally, leave Wednesday, and then another whole group comes in Wednesday, stays till the end of the rally. Well, I don't think that happened this year. I think everybody came extra early, and then people started drifting off and leaving after Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the numbers kind of bundled out. So we didn't get like that second wave like they normally did, because I think everybody came early.
Which would help with the numbers because they're only counting that week.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how many prior to, from August 2nd, how many. Yeah.
So
because there were a lot of people out here.
So that would make a big difference in the numbers. They had the most permits ever in history.
Thank you, Ken.
Issued for this year. So they were like 700. I don't remember the exact number. 715, and they had like 6 something last year, and that was for the 75th. And so that was a good trend. There was a lot more vendors, which it was definitely in town here. A lot more vendors than we've seen before. Thanks for the super chat.
From Ken.
Appreciate that.
Ken's not all the way home yet.
Oh, he's not home all the way?
Not all the way home yet, but he said he's had great weather. Somebody else asked him how the weather was. So.
It's hot here. The next day or two, it's going to be 100 degrees here. Thank goodness you left.
Because it's going to be
a scorcher. It's warm now.
Just like it was the beginning of the rally.
Yeah, we're sitting in here. It said it was 97 on the highway. It says 95 on the sign behind us.
Canton, Ohio.
But I mean, the humidity's not bad. It's like 17%. So that's not too bad. We're in the shade a little bit. It's okay. Got a little bit of a breeze, but the smoke's back. Yeah. I could tell this morning. I can't coughing and sore throat and everything. And
From the smoke.
yeah, and
Yeah, I think a lot of people did that. A lot of people came a week
oh,
early.
they had as of Friday, they had about 189 COVID tests that were requested. Now, the city's not saying positive or negative on any of those tests, so we don't know that. We don't personally know, but we've heard 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 people got sick while they were here. We won't talk about that, but that's what we're hearing. Had a couple other people came on our channel and said they got tested and didn't look good when they got home, but they felt fine. 4 or 5 of them. I don't know if that's true or not. So
I hear you, Dallas. That if he had any money, he'd give it to you.
all right, watch those commercials.
Brother, what did my mom say? I got more time than money. That's what she always said. Oh, thanks. I hope you got some really cute clothes. Somebody went to Sexy Biker Chick. They have nice stuff there, and it's good quality. Southern Illinois. What part of Southern Illinois? You were the best weatherman, they said. Gotta go early. Wish you guys. I know. If I don't know what we're gonna try to do. Is Ciro gonna be down in Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue?
I don't know.
We're gonna try to do like a specific day and time at a specific place, like at Ciro or something like that. Kind of like Adam.
We'll tell you a couple weeks ahead of time.
And that way
before you
guys
ever leave for the rally.
That way you guys can plan, because I know once you get here and we say, okay, tomorrow we're gonna be here, and you guys already got plans to go on the other side of the state. You know, it's not easy. So
what we're going to try to do is when we do lives like today, we got this live. Actually, there's a lady that the one that was over here originally. She heard us saying we were going to do a live, so she came down here today to meet us. And that's really for us, really the best time to meet us, because it's really. I usually have an agenda all day long of things we're going to do and try to see, try to film, all that stuff, and it's really hard for me just to take 2 or 3 hours out and just hang out somewhere for that time. End of the day, we don't know where we're going to eat. We don't know what we're going to eat lunch at. Oh. All right. Another subscriber. See,
Yep.
we pretty much said this is probably Loud America. That's where we're at. And it's pretty. It's a lot easier for people here, just like here, run by, they say hi, they want to give them a sticker, and they're on their way. That's great. If you want to chat with us a little bit, that's great too.
You can wait till we're done, and then we can sit down and
talk.
talk.
It's here we don't have anything to do after this. Go back, take a shower, and cool off. But other than that, I don't have nothing to film tonight. There's nothing going on.
We love all you guys too. Guys on, Guy Beaver's on.
And so, what else did I say?
400 people on, so give us a thumbs up, please, if you're listening.
You would never know, because at midnight last night is when they shut Main Street down. It wasn't like 2 in the morning like they normally do. Midnight, the bikes had to be off, and they started removing everything, like the stand down there, all the barricades, everything. So they would be, by first thing in the morning, they were going to have it open for cars to park. I don't think they told anybody till after 2, but it was, they had to close the street down at midnight to start moving all the stuff out. So when you came out here first thing in the morning, it looked like any other day. There's still some bikes around, a lot of cars, streets. There's about 10 people I see behind us, the next 2 blocks that are walking. So there's some traffic going on out here. You hear the bikes going behind us. So there's a few bikes still here. Couples we met last night and sat here, took us out to dinner. They just kind of got in town here the last couple of days, and they're doing their riding the next 2 days, which is great. If you really, which to me, it's sad to come here and stay this long because everybody's leaving, and the vendors are all going.
It's all the excitement, all the anticipation, and it all builds up, and then it happens.
And it's a lot easier
to leave. It's over.
A lot easier to leave when everybody's still here, because you're gone. Here, everybody leaves us, and we're the last ones to leave, and it's kind of sad.
Like who sings that song? I don't know. Brown Station. What's his name? I don't know. But it's when you all live. When everybody leaves and they're packing up, and it's an old 70s song.
Yeah, and the band's all packing up.
Jackson Brown. I don't remember the name of the song, but it kind of says that in it. Somebody else said hi from Kathmandu. We were just over there not too long ago.
Yep, we went over to Kathmandu, talking about next year. Might be a possibility. We're going to see how that goes. We're talking to Rod tomorrow. And we've got a couple other offers. what we look at here in where we're going to stay, we've had a lot of suggestions, and people have given out our phone number and email to other campgrounds. Nobody's contacted us. So if you're at one of those campgrounds, like Hog Heaven, I had a lot of people get down on me. They didn't like my video from last year. You know, we see it, we tell it, and that's the way it is. If somebody wants to talk to us, like there, we were supposed to talk to Sandy. She was going to call us back for an interview, a tour. Never did.
And we understand. She was.
Hey, and I'm fine with that.
Yes.
I don't care. If she wants to give a free plug for her campground, I'm more than happy to come out and listen to their spiel and film it for them, free of charge.
Yep.
It's kind of tough when people tell you they don't want to do it for free, but I can't keep going back to camp or any place. I pretty much have a policy that we contact you, we give you our definite information, and if you never call me again, I don't care.
Guy gave us a super chat. Thank you, Guy.
Thank you. We do appreciate that from all of our super chatters.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, there's a little money sign next to our thing. A lot of people don't know about how Patreon works, but it's not on this one. But a normal video, if you click down at the bottom, we're gonna try it. I need to get my computer. Maybe we'll try it somewhere between here and Illinois. Maybe we'll do a live and we'll show you how to work your channel, how to work the computer or your phone.
Or the YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm sure they know how to work a computer.
But we've got some people that
otherwise they wouldn't be watching.
Don't even know how to get a YouTube account. YouTube account's free. Nobody's selling you nothing. They want you to buy their channel. And we do have, if you actually get to buy the channel, we get paid from YouTube for you watching my videos. And you get no commercials. So YouTube TV is just another one. There's a whole bunch of them out there that have TV service.
It wasn't Glenn Campbell, it was Jackson Brown. I'll have to look up the song. Highway Hillian, that's also Grizzly. We know a couple of Grizzlies now. That's
yeah.
so much fun.
Grizzly's the guy that rides around out here with the antlers on his bike, and he's got a fox on the back, or coyote on the back wearing sunglasses on the back.
This Grizzly's the one that lives out by Bear View, across the road. Yeah, okay. I know sometimes he asks me who that is, and then it's like I try to tell him, and it's like, forget. Hitman Dude's awesome. And there's Guy Beaver again. Thank you. Jackson Brown, stay. That's it. Stay just a little bit longer. That's it.
She's gonna do some karaoke.
No, for you. I know the song. That's it. But you're right, Ozark. Thank you.
Figured somebody would give us the
answer. I know. I can't think sometimes as fast as I used to.
She's never been able to think fast. How many times do you have to read a book to get it what it means?
That's not thinking. That's
comprehending. Same thing. Some of us can talk really, really fast and put it out.
Yeah, it's
the green thing will come up.
Randy Sites, thank you. Steph and I had so much fun talking with you Wednesday night. Thank you guys. It was nice meeting you guys too. We've met so many people. It's so cool. That's probably my favorite thing about having this channel. Because we get to meet everybody and see everybody.
Well, what we need more than anything else is we need you guys, when you go to these vendors, even if it's somebody that we don't say shout outs for, you need to tell them that you're a Bob and Tam shopper, that you go out and you follow us, you go off of our recommendations, things like that, because that's what gives us, that's what I like more than anything else. It gives us credibility. It also gives us a little more power to get things done. Just like here at the city. We've got a really, really, really good connection here with the city here that we can get a lot of things done, are needed, be in places to get good video shots and things like that we've never had before. Not at all last year.
Australia's
so next year will be up and bigger, better yet. So that's what helps. Like we were out of Kathmandu and that gentleman actually, Mike, watches our channel. So when we pulled up, he's like, hey guys, how's it going? And he was in his garage fixing some, smoking some meat for his kids are over there. They come up after the rally.
Leaving. No, they come up and help for the rally. That's what they do. All his family, I think his sister and his kids, and they all come up. They kind of do that at the Pasta Corral too. All their family, friends from across the United States all come out to help for the week. Somebody else said they went to Pasta Corral twice. It was just on here. So good day in Montana. And then there's Randy. Thank you, Randy. Whoops. I lost my spot. Hi there. So who said howdy, Tam? Shauna.
So, what we'll ask
Met
now
you.
while she's looking through comments is if you were at the rally and it wasn't your first time, what did you think about the 81st? If it was not your first time,
Hey, Buck.
so if you've been here before any year and you're back now, you came in the 81st, what is your, just a few quick words, what you thought about the 81st? And then I'll tell you what my thoughts are on the 81st.
Well, somebody just asked if we had fun this year. We
Well,
always have fun, but we're wiped out.
it's,
It was very overwhelming
well, to
trying
me-
to do the Buffalo Chip and Sturgis. It was almost like two separate events.
this
So
year we
that's-
were just, to me, I felt very disorganized. The things we wanted to go see, we never made it to, other than Terrific Tuesday. But other than that, that's really the only event that I think we did that we had planned before we came here. Everything else that I had planned, we didn't do. We didn't make it out for the motorcycle hill climb I wanted to do. We were going to stay for Kid Rock. We stayed for the first few minutes and took off. One, it was way too crowded. So we've seen Kid Rock 3 times before, so it's not.
I like your name, We Be Buzzin'. I like that name. So they're from Hawaii. So they said, thanks for the lives. Were you the guys that were out here that we met at Speeds? Because there was a group of guys that came out from Hawaii. You know, it was cheaper to ship your bike from Hawaii over to, I think they said they came in San Francisco and then they rode their bikes over.
I came on a slow boat from Champayan.
I don't know how they, I
Well, it
thought
has
they
come
said
on a
they
boat.
flew them.
I don't think I don't think you could fly a
It was
motorcycle.
$1,000 and people, other people that were here in the States to tractor trailer them here was like $1,800, which is crazy. So anyway, so we will be at Bikes, Booze, and Barbecue, and like I said, that's Barry. Hopefully we will, we'll have a specific date and time that we can meet everybody, and it'll be a little more organized.
See what happens when we get to places like that? We don't know what the internet's going to be
Yeah.
till we get there. See, we've had really here at Loud America, we've had excellent internet. Now we're not using their internet; we're using our phone's Wi-Fi or our phone's internet data plan to give us the service. Last year we tried to use in Daytona, tried to use One Sexy Biker. I don't want to say too much because they'll probably gig me on that again. Her shop, and they had great power. But everybody kept saying how bad our video looked. It was all fuzzy, and it
Was that
wasn't.
Daytona?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. So now we're trying to use our own data plans to put the videos up. So the other night I used my T-Mobile, and it was a little grainy. But when we're answering questions
You answer
here,
Adams too. It was.
yeah, when we're doing like we're doing now. We're using the camera on the front of the phone, where the best cameras are on the back of the phone. But for us to answer questions, like right now, we showed somebody yesterday. We are looking at the phone. Our phone is in a little stand right here.
So that's from Facebook. So it's not very big. And then on this, it's half the size because it's us.
So we have a picture this big that we see ourselves. And then on this side, it's about this wide. It's probably almost 3/4 is a picture of us. And we can see that the one that she highlighted is down here.
The one from Mike Barnes
is right here. And then over here on the side, let's see, this way. Right here is the comments, which is about this wide. And then the picture is about this wide. So we're looking at the phone. This isn't a computer. Where some of the other YouTubers will actually bring a laptop out to the bar. Well, I just don't trust that. That's one more thing to take out.
Make it home safe? No, we're not worried about COVID. We pretty much keep our distance. We met a lot of people, and we've been doing this for 18 months. And knock on wood, and very thankful that we haven't gotten sick, haven't gotten a cold, and have not.
Actually, it's been longer than 18 months because it's been a year since we were in Sturgis last year.
Yeah.
So it's been over a year that we've been on the road doing this. And we take a lot of vitamins. We take, there's a lot of people here. But I mean, you could look at that too. You can get sick from anything. People could have the flu here.
Cool.
People could have a, what's the pneumonia that's you can pass it on, bronchitis.
Oh, viral? There's viral pneumonia or bacterial pneumonia?
I think bacterial pneumonia is one you can spread. And so people could have that. People have colds and they're coughing. Dude, we go to the bathroom and you shake your wiener. Wash your hands. Nobody wants to touch the doorknob after you've been touching yourself.
But yes, you should wash your hands after you use the restroom. Got
Hey.
blisters on his throttle hand. You
Get
must have
cruise control.
You missed a lot. Must have did a lot of riding.
Well, also, I've got one of those ones that have the little, it goes around the handle grip, this little plastic thing you can rest your hand on.
Yeah.
And that makes a big difference. I've had them on all my bikes, even with the cruise control. I
Yep.
still have that on there. About to show some of the neat things I have on my bike.
LaDonna, we'll have to meet you. James says you want to meet us. Are you going to be at any of the rallies we're going to be going to? Returner Senior, 1969 was the best year at Sturgis for me. I was 29. I bet that was a fun time. Did you stay in the park? That when we talk to a lot of people that have been out here like the last 40 years.
Two
No,
people I talked
to
to.
a bunch.
Well, you got them on camera?
Not on camera, but
I got two guys on camera. Both of them have been here over 40 years going to the rally, and they actually used to stay out here in the park. People go, where's the park? Well, when you're going out on Lazao here, and
34.
you look to the right, and there's like a little pond there. It's got a little fountain squirting up. And if you look to the left, there's like a soccer field. That's the city park. That's where people used to camp here when we had the rally, when the rally first started up. Not 80 years ago, but between that and the 40 years. And guys would camp out there in the park, and you brought a sleeping bag or a bedroll, and it was wild times. One guy told me he didn't know if they called when you committed a crime, and if it goes too long, you won't be liable for it. I forget the word now. But somebody else say the word. It's when you committed a crime and
you're
that
out
time.
of statutes of limitations.
That's it. He didn't know if the statute of limitation was out yet, so he couldn't tell me what they did. And and both guys said the same thing. When I said, well, one guy's been here every year, but I think 88 or something, he couldn't make it. And he said that was the best time they ever had. But see, no vendors, no bars. It was a racetrack out here, the city park, and maybe had a couple of local bars here in town, but nothing like it is now. And you went out and rode on the week during the day,
on the side
back
of the
at
road.
the campground and partied. And that's all it was. Nowadays, everybody has to hear a big concert, and they want vendors, and they want to eat a lot of food. And so it's kind of like a carnival out here. It's a state fair with motorcycles.
Did you run into Scooter Tramp Scotty? No, we didn't see them. And there really wasn't too bad. It was so smoky from all the darn fires. I didn't really smell much weed. Did you? A couple times. But it wasn't like, I know some concerts we used to go to in California. Oh my gosh.
Walk down the street in California, people are smoking out.
It makes me sick. I don't like that smell.
Can't tell if it's a skunk or if it's a.
Well, I don't know. Whatever it is, it stinks, and I don't like it. So yes, it's very clean, and I think it's because of the biker community more than anything. I don't necessarily think it's all Sturgis, but Sturgis does pick up.
There is like the buffalo chip today. There's a lot of canopies. People had easy ups. The metal ones, they're laying around. There's probably 25 or 30 of them just bouncing around, and they're tore up and stuff. And most people put their trash away. Well, this morning the people behind us were packing their tents up, and I seen trash bags. I said, hey, they're coming down the street now, picking up the trash. Well, as soon as they pick the trash up, they turn the trash cans upside down. So there's still a lot of people there that haven't checked, because the buffalo chip, you really don't have to be out till tomorrow if you paid for the total time.
Because you paid we paid the 2nd through the 16th. So I know that's what they say, that pot helps fibro. I do take CBD, and I got some that's got a little THC in it, so that helps me sleep at night. I don't take it during the day. I don't know what it is. Her dad was a cop,
hounded her whole life about drugs, so she has a real hard time. I'm okay with her trying stuff. She would never smoke it, but she might. There's times there was a guy that made cookies, and it wasn't until the day we were leaving, she decided after we drove 5 miles away that maybe she should have got a cookie from the guy. A little late now. We're done calling. We're not turning the trailer bound to get back there. Maybe next year we'll see him.
But anyway, so yes, Mike and Deb says hit the like button, please. So if you're watching, hit the like button. We don't have weed in Goat Spank. No weeds in Goat Spank? I can't believe that. We've been watching North Wales in the UK. Wow. Yes, I know it's no fun. And anybody that has fibromyalgia, they know.
There's some people that just walked by, and I think the lady was probably the mom, and didn't look at what her daughter had on. Her daughter had a shirt on that once the sun hit it, you could pretty much see right through her shirt. Good
Weed
mom.
is not a drug, only to goober
She
men.
wasn't that old.
Where are you guys off to next? So next we're going to Illinois, down to St. Louis. We're going to see family and friends, and then we're going
Anybody
to.
talk about? We're doing Illinois, Missouri, and then we're doing Lake of the Ozarks. That's our
All
next
right,
3
Rat
stops.
Pink. If we come in October, I'll try some of your brownies.
And
A little piece.
So has anybody wrote about? Nobody's on here that thinks about my question.
What they thought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they say?
They said they all liked it. Some of them were first timers. They thought it was overwhelming for them too. A lot of them said a lot of first time riders. So.
What you got to look at when you come here to Sturgis, you can't do it all in 1 year. And
Okay, Michael.
You know,
Michael was our roving reporter. He posted a lot of stuff that we weren't at on our Facebook page. So thanks, Michael. Ken wants to know, Dallas, what you have in Goat Spank. If you don't have weeds. Guess he wants to know what you do for entertainment. They like all the videos. We did an awesome job. Thank you. We tried. He doesn't think he did a very good job this year. He wanted to do everything we did last year, plus all this new stuff. So
well, the video of the Legends ride turned out pretty good. Pretty much cut and edited really well.
500 on.
Holy smokes. And turned out pretty well. We got a lot of videos still to do. There's a lot of interviews we haven't put up yet that I'm going to try to get out this week. I was going to have a video this morning, but we went, somebody wanted to meet us. If you're out there, we were there at 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. If you're watching, they're probably on
She got up early.
Still.
They were going back to California.
Yeah, I got up right at 8, and he's like, somebody wants to meet us at between 8:45 and 9 o'clock. And I'm like, holy cow. So I'm trying to get ready.
So we pulled up right at 9 o'clock in front of they came on last night about 9 o'clock. So I don't know what time that was, or 9 hours later. So we're looking at it about 8 o'clock. So 9 hours back. And we were already in bed.
A lot of
and then they said we were going to be at the Sturgis sign. So I said Junction or LaSalle. Well, they never wrote. Assuming California, I would assume they're going out LaSalle Street.
But I mean, if they would have been staying at Kathmandu or Kickstands, they probably would have went. I don't know.
The most famous sign is the one that's in front of the coffee shop. 99% of the people know where that one's at. We didn't find the Junction one. Well, I don't know how long it's been there.
That's what I'm afraid of. That they will be too powerful for me. The edibles.
That's why you got to try a little piece.
A little bit. We be buzzing. I'm named appropriately to weed be buzzing. Missed it. What was the rally count? You know, they never know that for sure.
We won't get it till tomorrow, an estimate, because they weigh the trash. And there's no real...
You know, they don't even have it on there from last year because I kept calling. They said probably in 2 months. So I waited 2 months.
Well, they used to have a statistic page. You can go back and look at the last 20 years, and it gives you all the totals. And that's a good place to look. And
Lulu and Scooter.
If we had 800,000 here on the 75th, 650 sounds close. What?
She said she's at the patio in Loud America, unless she's up above us. Where?
There,
there she is.
And
I couldn't see her behind the people.
I think she walked behind us while.
Oh, did she?
And waved behind the camera.
El Paso, Texas. Thanks. For those of you that couldn't make it, I hope we enticed you to come next year.
And it's pretty neat. And hopefully we'll have a campground here before we leave that we're going to be staying at. And then if you guys want to come where we're staying at, you'll have plenty of time to book that. It's probably down to 2 choices right now. I don't think anybody else is going to call me before the end of the week to let us know any other offers. And I'm not going to go around and hound people to get us into different places. So I think we're going to
pretty much at the 3-wheel rally.
Because I really did. The Buffalo Chip's probably going to offer us a place. I just don't know if I want to stay in the same place twice in a row. And
well, it was so hard to get him out of the Buffalo Chip because there was so much stuff going on. So we would leave him plenty of time to get to where we thought we needed to go and get there on time. And then things were going on and he'd have to stop and videotape it or see what was going on or talk to somebody. And
well, I'll show you the things we missed. Okay, first I missed the hill climb that started at 7 o'clock. By the time we got back to the trailer, I downloaded the videos. it was like 6:30, and she's like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "I don't want to get out again. I'm just done." And so we didn't make that. We didn't make it to
Moonshine Gold. We wanted to go out there.
that wasn't really a definite. We still may do that this week. Hewlett. We didn't get to go out to Hewlett for the ham jam. Really wanted to do that, but then when we got down to Tuesday, we spent all day out there at Terrific Tuesday. That burned up the whole day.
Yeah.
So that's all I had. So that video hasn't even the one that I'm going to show on this channel, it hasn't even shown up yet.
Barbecue.
So we did a couple. What ended up happening here at the end. So
we didn't get here before that.
We missed that. I wanted to film the Miss Chip pageant. None of that. That's why we stopped a lot and got the girls. The girls washing the bikes are the same girls that are in the contest.
Right.
I don't know if we got all 25 of them. Probably not.
I think we got 12 of them. So we got half of them.
So, we did get to meet the girls from the poster. So that I did. And that was out there at the Legends Ride. So that was neat. Legends Ride was not even something we had planned because it was $300 to do it. And we weren't planning on doing it.
Stephanie.
And then Woody said he would let us film it. And then one of our subscribers, what's their names?
From where?
They gave us the tickets for the Legends Ride.
Oh, Mitch and Diane.
They had to go home for an emergency.
Thank you.
And they called and
prayers are
transferred
with
us.
you guys.
And they had some issues, and hopefully everything works out great for them. They had to cancel their trip here, right smack in the middle of it.
No, right at the very beginning.
She's the one that had the shirt cut up the first time.
Yeah.
And she was going to do a bunch of stuff.
They were a neat couple.
Yep. And
hopefully we'll run into them somewhere else.
Year.
Well, maybe in Galveston because they're from Texas. So maybe in Galveston we'll see them.
That's pretty good. Get the popo down here. Kind of odd on a Sunday to have the popo down here.
I don't know.
Ahead of us.
Yeah, I see. Oh, I don't know. They're talking to a guy. Maybe they called him down here. Some action going on at Loud America.
Looks like he's irate.
Yeah.
And, that's one thing you shouldn't do. When you're talking to the popo, don't raise your voice. Don't point your finger at them. Let them talk away. And because whatever they're going to do, they've already decided. And if you aggravate it more, good chance you're going to end up in the pokey with the popo. So just thumbs up. Just remember that. This guy's over there yelling and he's pointing and, and one of the cops is still kind of smiling at him. So maybe he'll calm down. But,
let him get his piece. Sometimes you just got to get it off your chest and then you calm down.
These guys have been working. You look at these guys. These guys work shifts from 2 in the afternoon till 2 in the morning every day through the rally.
For 15 days.
So just think about them when you're out here at any rallies. The cops are pushed. And here in town, I didn't really see too much of nothing. Mostly if you've seen, we got statistics and we read them off the other day. I could probably, you talk a minute. Let me look and see if I found yesterday's statistics.
No. So Shade Valley, another good place for a cabin. Kathmandu has cabins.
Pretty much anybody's got cabins. What you want to look at in cabins is, one, make sure there's an air conditioner. You need that. Do you want a refrigerator? Because see, out at the Buffalo Chip, you get an air conditioner,
air mattress off the floor.
Well,
that's about it.
Here's
Was there an air conditioner in there?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
so
think there
what
was.
you want to look at, and I thought about this after the fact. Do you want to lay on a mattress that 100 other dudes have been sleeping on? No telling what they've done on it. Black light night. Get the black light out. But on an air mattress, at least they can take that sucker outside. They high pressure it, clean it
down,
get all those critters off of there. And so after I thought about it, I might want to sleep on that air mattress, which I think we had a regular mattress when we were at Kathmandu. And
but I think they were new. I think they just had gotten them.
I don't know. But I think about that. It's like a motel's bad enough.
I was going to say a motel.
But you get here. You're bringing your own sheets.
Yeah.
Where there you're not. You're bringing your own sheets and putting on top of whatever's there. And so I don't know, but not bad. So you want to make sure that there's an air conditioner. You want to know how the size of the room. Doesn't make a beans anyway. You're not going to live in there the whole time you're at the rally. So, do you want a refrigerator? Do you want a microwave? Do you want a coffee maker? Are those things important to you? Then you need to decide. Like, for instance, Kathmandu, all the things I just mentioned are in their cabins. Now, Buffalo Chip, nothing. You get an air conditioner, you get a bed up off the floor, an air mattress, and happy days are yours to stay. Now,
Well, they were all excited. They're like, "Oh, we just redid this one. We want to show you." So they took us out and showed us their cabin,
looked nice on the outside.
and that was it.
It was like 2 twin beds.
It was plain Jane, I guess.
But I don't know what they charge compared to, you know, like let's say it's $1,000 for the whole rally. That's not a bad price. You know, some people just over there at Happy Hole, I think it's getting around $2,000. I think theirs has a refrigerator and all that in it. Now you go down there to Walmart and pick you up a refrigerator and a coffee maker. I found a coffee maker in the trash can the other night, and they had dumped all. So I don't know if they bought it just for the rally and they're throwing it away, or if it broke. I don't know. Didn't check it out.
There's a lot of, you know, and answer us this question. Everybody, you know, they get those pop-up tents.
Easy ups.
Easy ups. Why?
I said that there's a whole bunch of them laying out there. There you go.
Hey, it was good to meet you out at the flag racing, sir.
You got a flag? I mean, a flag.
Yeah, I
Did you get a sticker? Okay. All right.
You got one?
Yeah,
okay.
I got one. Okay. Thanks a lot. Yep. See you next year.
So anyway,
another happy subscriber of the Bob and Tam Show.
But all these easy ups, they're all over the place, but they take the tops off. So why would you?
Because they want to be Terrific Tuesday. They want to have their tops off of their.
Be topless.
That's right. You'll see. We're gonna get gigged again for that because you said that magic word. It was terrific. The tops are terrific without. So she wants to know if your easy up collapsed, you know, broke or whatever. Most of them are all broke. Just a couple. We got frames last year. We took one home because usually the frames do tear up before the tops do. So we want to know what you did with your. If you had a cover on top that came with your easy up, where did it go? That's our question. There's probably 25 or more of them out there in the buffalo chip.
Maybe they blew off. I don't know.
Well, they'd be on the ground somewhere. We see some air mats, a bunch of pillows laying around. If you need a pillow, we can put it in a trash bag and mail it to you. COD.
No, you don't want that. All right.
Oh, I guess
the
Popo went down the street. They're just kind of standing around. The guy didn't get arrested.
Hi there. Forever best friends. Forever. Need not to yell, people. Are we yelling? Sorry. He gets all excited and his voice gets higher and louder. New subscriber. Thank you, Penn State 100. He owns 2 Indians and was sick all week. Oh my gosh. Were you here, or hopefully you were at home? You weren't here sick for those 2 weeks. Yes, we have a house to go back to. We are not on the road all the time, but although we've only been home like 8 weeks this whole year. Independent if we go, Rat Bank if we go to Florida.
We won't be home till December.
I don't know. Any news on the count this year?
650 is what we're hearing tentatively.
He's been very supportive. Yes, the police out here are great. There's Mohawk Mike. He's made it back to Arizona, he told us. Derek, hello from Canada. Love the videos. Thank you so much. He thinks he's cool now. Mass shooting, gun control, no violence. No mass shootings. Yep. Yeah.
I didn't hear anybody got shot either.
No, shot, stabbed.
I don't think anybody ever really. Well, there has been people get shot at the rally, but I don't think. We heard about 9 people died during the rally from Friday last week to yesterday. We haven't heard a final count because 2 guys died yesterday on Saturday.
Well, there was one right here on Lozelle.
Yeah.
And they said there was no other vehicles involved. He hit the guardrail. So I'm thinking he might have had a medical issue, and I don't know.
Not a good thing.
Unfortunately, yeah, I don't know. I
mean, it's life. You know, people always say, "Oh, it's so awful. Somebody died at a rally." You know, when you got 650,000 people, and if 9 people died, you know, over 7,000 people pass away every single day in the United States. So when you put the numbers together, you know, it's going to be some people are going to lose their lives here, and might lose it on the way home, or might lose it tonight when they're eating dinner. Choke on that chicken bone.
Hey, Neil. Neil's still here. Neil's still here. He said. When are you going back, Neil? He's from all the way from Alaska. He gets his bike from Wisconsin or Michigan. I don't know. Switzerland. Geez, we've got the UK. We've got Switzerland, Ireland.
So there's my question. If I do my Terrific Tuesday video and we do it on Patreon for $25, will we get our foreign subscribers? Will you pay the $25 to see the American milkshakes?
And will you tell all your friends?
Yes,
All right,
that's
hey,
what I want to
y'all.
know if it'll go viral on that
ACS
side of the
110.
world.
All right. Oh, here's Art. Well, so
Sorry.
much for me renting one of those cabins next year. Because you were talking so bad about the mattresses.
We could bring you a mattress in the trailer, and you could sleep in that and throw theirs away. And we do have a
did you
real
love
nice.
jugs on your-
We got a one from a few years ago. We picked up. It's like a 8-inch mattress that we could sanitize before we bring it, and you could stay on that.
Do you like your love jugs?
On my bike, or these love jugs? Love jugs, love jugs, love jugs.
On your
I
bike.
like both pairs.
He's gonna get them in Myrtle Beach. Steven is.
Yeah.
So we can't say that T word. We say terrific.
Yeah, because
We'll
I keep
get
getting
dinged.
dinged by YouTube. You can't
That's
say-
how they're loaded, because they shop at Walmart. Dumpster divers. He does. He sees something, pulls over. Go check that out. He thought he saw a sandbag the other day, this morning,
Yeah, thought it was a
he's-
sandbag for tying stuff down, but it ended up being like a pillow off of a.
like to put on your seat. It was skinny and long. Hi, Dix. Great videos. Where are you going from here? We're going to Missouri. We're going to go to Lake of the Ozarks, and then Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. I'm going to hang out with
From
the
there, we don't know
children.
yet. Next week we'll know.
Yeah.
We might do another live next Sunday, depending on where the heck we're at.
Our house is in Bullhead City, Arizona. It is still very hot here. It's 97 right now.
No, 35.
Oh, 95. Sorry.
Still 95. There's 97 on the highway.
Yeah, I think there was one small incident last Thursday with the Hells Angels. It was insignificant, but the police were called out and they shut down part of Main Street. But other than
We're
that,
hearing nobody was arrested,
No.
according to the chief.
world record set in Black Hills, 727 bikes when he was there around noon. Wow. Yeah. Well, right now we just went out there and it was 733.
Yeah, they've sold.
So the bikes they sold out
It
at.
won't be till tonight when they finalize everything.
Well, we got there. It was 7:30. 730 bikes they had sold, and by the time we left, we were only there.
That's
what, 30
almost
minutes?
100 more bikes than last year.
So yeah. Oh, police chief interview was doing. It's.
So what else
Just
I have on
trying
my
to
list
keep
to talk
everybody
about?
I don't have anything.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought so.
somebody said that they left South Dakota with 2 tons of South Dakota dust in their lungs. It was. Well, here's your choice. You can have the dust or you can have mud. So if it doesn't rain, you get dust. If it rains, you get the mud.
You know, I live with the dust just for the fact I thought about it. How much hail did we get this year here?
None. Good.
Hail hurts, and
Yeah.
hail does a lot of damage. And I would as soon have the dust and hail beat
Larry.
up my aluminum trailer.
Beaver Dam, Kentucky loves Bob and Tam. Thanks. Neil paid through Tuesday, but he's thinking about going back to Wisconsin tomorrow morning. All right. Be careful. It's a long ride back out there. Yeah, because I think Thursday it's supposed to be thunderstorms here. So you might be better off leaving early. Because, you know, if you want to
Well, it's
avoid
actually going to cool down, though. On Friday, it's supposed to only be like the 70s here. It'd be great riding weather.
All right, James. We'll see you guys if you decide to come to Blue Bikes. I can't talk. Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue.
And so you wonder why I don't let her talk all the time. She can't get the words out. Tongue twisters.
Oh, this lady outlaw. She grew up on Sturgis and Junction. She's seen a lot of rallies from both sides. She's watched the videos the last 2 years live streaming, and there's nothing else like it. Thank you. But you know what's weird too? Not weird, but I don't know. There's a lot of people from Sturgis, that's from this area, that live here that watch us, which seems ironic.
Yeah.
I don't know. And Neil gave us a gift too. Thank you, Neil, for your gift, and be safe going home. He gave us some homemade headbands and a homemade magnet from Alaska he brought. So they're neighbors, P&J, Las Vegas. I don't know if Las Vegas is going to happen. We're going to call tomorrow and see what they're thinking, because they should
There
know.
goes Heavy Ed.
Yep.
He didn't come this way. We would have got him on if he came this way. But
He was,
he's from Daytona.
yeah,
He's got the bike shop on
Junction.
Ocean.
Oh, down in Ocean. That's where his in Daytona is at.
It's where Daytona Bike Week really was
Montana.
at. A lot of people think it's Main Street, but it was really down on Beach or Ocean or something
It's
like
beach.
that. That actually where all the Indian dealer, well, actually the Harley dealer was there. Now it's the Indian dealer. but that's where the rally used to
And
originally all
the
be.
European bikes there too, the BMW,
Yeah.
and they sell all the European bikes.
Yeah,
the
Triumph and all that there.
A friend
Good
of
people
mine-
there too.
I know. A friend of mine, he just told me, I didn't know that her mom just passed away from, I think, did she get COVID, Sandy's mom?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not saying it's not out there. It's out there, and it's unfortunate. Everybody's got to be careful, and
Everybody's got to do what they think is best.
yeah.
If you want the shot, get the shot. You don't. You want to wear a mask, wear a mask. You don't. We're in America. Do what you feel, because that's however it ends up. Either way, you're the one's going to have to make that judgment call. That's all we're going to talk
Ryder
about.
X said he gave us $20 super chat last week to find a virtual wife. How'd we do?
I didn't know it was for a virtual
Oh,
wife.
well, I don't know. Sometimes they put a thing in there what it's for. So,
We had a girl on here
I'll
the other
look for
day.
you.
Who's that girl that wanted to see? Is
It
Art
was
still
Amber.
on there?
Yeah, Amber. Art.
Is
Amber.
Art on there
I don't
still?
know.
Art, hang up on it.
I don't know. Art, you still there?
We
85
had
here with
a girl
78%
wanted to meet
missing.
you. She was actually from California.
Yep. God bless. Thank you, Samantha. Thanks for all your hard work. Thank you. We appreciate you guys. Wouldn't be for you guys watching, it wouldn't be worth us doing it. So we appreciate all of you guys too. Montana smoke, not dust. I was a little
Will they
above.
drink all
It
your
was
water?
bad this year. Yes. He's gonna get us some more to drink. I don't know a motorcycle, but I love traveling and learning with you too. Safe travels. Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I mean, I don't know. We like all the. Oh, these seats are so hard. We like traveling and we like meeting all of you guys. So, and the motorcycle is just kind of an added plus, I guess. Broken Harley Blues. Glad I found your channel. Thank you, Rusty. David had my ringer on bikes, didn't even use it. I know. We took it 2 days, but one day we did put it on. We were in Rapid City. They had a downpour, and then we rode it coming home just in case. And then the next day, I think we went out and there was a chance of rain, so we took it, and but we never did put it on. What part of the Badger? I don't know. Blood City, Cave Creek, really hot there. Monsoons came through. Yeah, that's what they do. Thank you, Paula. She had a Facebook channel or a Facebook post. I don't know what you call it. Facebook page. There you go. And she had a lot of neat posts too, and a lot of stuff on there. So thank you, Paula. We didn't get to meet up with you. We met her in Hill City last year, and she actually did one of our intros.
Yep.
So
This year we didn't really get out. But that's the same thing there. We wanted to go down and ride by the train. Might do that before it's over too. I don't know if we're gonna get out. It'd be tomorrow. I'd have to do that, but I really need to get a couple videos done. So after this, we'll probably go back and do a video. We gotta get over to Spearfish. We gotta take a weed whacker back. Whack that weed. It's all done weed whacking her.
well, yeah, after everybody came, you didn't need it no more. All the grass got mowed
we got
down.
a Amazon package to drop off returns. It jiggled too much. Camera
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
stay safe.
We
So I
gotta
gotta take that back, and then we gotta go to Walmart and get some tea and
Word.
some other crap.
We might be in Biketoberfest. It's still up in the air. Thank you again, Paula, and thanks for your Facebook page too. Good night, David. He's gonna leave us. He traveled to Alaska on vacation, never left Two Rivers. That's another place I want to go. Two places we've never been is Alaska and
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah.
Alaska's not on my top 10.
How many thumbs up do we have? I don't know. You
Have to
guys
look
have
at
to
the
tell
phone.
us. So 527. So if you're watching, give us a big thumbs up. And then Bob had asked you guys, if you came, what did you guys think of this year's rally? If you've been years past versus rallies from previously.
237 thumbs up.
I don't know, Dallas, if the professional monkey went home, and I don't know if he went home with any pineapples or not.
Yeah. He was kind of shocked what pineapples meant on your front porch. Now, some people say they have to be upside down, but a pineapple
Sorry to hear
doesn't
that,
sit upside
Mama.
down very well.
No,
So I was always told it was just a pineapple on your
that's
front
what
porch.
I thought.
Is
I
the
don't
meaning
know.
of it. But
Yep.
he won't talk about pineapples, I don't think, anymore on his channel. He left Saturday morning. He said when we talked to him Thursday or something. I think he said
Wednesday night.
Saturday morning early he had to head home because he had to be home, and for his wife or whatever. She had to fly home for work, but she wasn't here very long, a couple days.
So Neil Isaacs wants to know what part of Badger. Speaking of virtual, why find me one? You didn't stay on long enough last time, Art. We found you somebody. I don't know. She never did email us. I told her to email us. I think we have 30 fires. The funny thing is, South Dakota didn't have any fires. It was in Montana, Colorado, Canada. It was crazy. They're saying about 650. I don't think it was as big as the 75th.
Definitely not. But see, what's bad about it is nobody's counting the people that came the first week
pre-rally
that started back on the 2nd. Nobody's counting that. So that's what's kind of messed up about this is I think we might have had 1 million stretched over the last 3 weeks. But nobody will, we'll never know.
What else? Somebody else asked something. We're not going to probably go to Ocean City, but maybe
we might make it to Myrtle Beach. We might make it to Florida for Daytona and for Panama City Beach. We'll probably make those 3. And then we got Galveston. And that's probably the extent of what we still have left if we hit all that. Vegas is up in the air. If Vegas happens, we won't make it to Florida because it only gives us 3 days to get to Florida from Las Vegas.
That's way too fast. So George said he had to leave early to get some sleep and de-dusting. George went on our ride with us too. So and if you saw the camper, it was his camper that we went through that you could rent when you get to the Buffalo Chip.
Yep.
554 watching. Oh my gosh.
So it's pretty neat. And then the ride we had that went down Spearfish Canyon, that was very successful. We had about 28 bikes, about 30 people went. We stopped at the Pasta Corral. It was about 60-mile round trip from where we started at Perkins Pancake there in Spearfish. Went all the way down Spearfish. We made a left on. What road did we make a left on?
The 85.
And then we came through Deadwood. And then Deadwood made a right there
on 385,
and then took 385 all the way down to Nemo Road, and then we made a left on Van Knocker Road, and then we stopped at Pasta Corral. Stopped there and ate. Did a collection. We collected $415 for the vets, and we took that down to the Vets Club here on Main Street and gave them the money. So that was the day. It was a pretty good day. That once again, that was another day that was pretty much a full day of an event.
Ken said he rode around all week with a pineapple and never got any offers.
Sometimes you need a couple for the swinging. A lot of single guys have a tough time getting any action off the pineapple. Unless you decide to ride the pineapple. Then it's
that would hurt.
Then it's kind of prickly.
I was going to say, that would hurt. Yes, we'll be doing some videos on Lake of the Ozarks and
Bikes and Blues.
Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue.
So every place we go, we do videos on. Now, our travel, I don't do a lot with travel stuff. Unless we're stopping at a dealer or something like that, or there's something really neat about motor. Because it seems to be nobody really cares about anything but motorcycles on our channel. So we don't even really talk much about campgrounds. We talk a little bit about what's around here. But
the one in Vegas is called Vegas Bike Week, I think.
Bike Fest.
Bike Fest. And it's supposed to be September 30th through October 3rd. It's usually the first weekend in October. So, but Vegas is locking up again.
Well, if we hear the Harley dealers have pulled the plug on it, then that's good with us because we were not going to deal with downtown or the Cashman Center. They charge to get in. And the promoter there is the same poop clown that was up there in Reno. And go back and watch the Reno one, and I'll tell you what I really think of it. And so I wouldn't be doing the Vegas one if it wasn't for our dealerships. And that's all we were going to do is concentrate on all 3 dealers. They got one right there on the strip. They got a giant stage in the back, all set up. It had a lot of bands, a lot of activities going on there. Red Rock has the wet tees. That's a great show there. And then our local local dealer, our Henderson dealer, they have the bike wash, and they have some events and stuff going on there. They have some rides. It's probably all melted.
It probably is.
I was going to put mine in the refrigerator.
You won't eat them anyway.
No, but it'd be better in the refrigerator than. So that's kind of what we were planning on doing, going back to Vegas. We weren't going to deal with any of that crap from that vendor down there. That's what's bad about the West Coast. West Coast rallies suck. You know, a lot of people wanted us to go to the Redwood one. Redwood one is like a good old boy rally too. A lot of the clubs are involved with it up at the Redwoods. If we went one time, we probably would never go back again. I definitely want to do some rides up in the Redwoods and film it. We've rode up there, but we never filmed back then.
So they want to know what the funnest thing we did on this trip. I didn't start this.
I'll have to think about it.
And then, what's your second best? I know Sturgis is your first best rally. What's second best?
I don't know.
It's like I said, they all have their pluses and minuses. They all have really good features, and then there's some things, you know, that we don't care for.
I would probably wait until I get the next 3 done to tell you what I think. See, we're going to do a video on this soon. I don't know if I'll do a video of a wrap up of the rallies we've done so far, good, bad, and ugly, and or if we just wait till the end of the year, because that's what's bad about Florida. Florida sucks just because there's really not much riding to do. You know, it's like going out here and riding up and down Main Street. You know, there's a thrill to ride up and down Main Street here, but how many times can you ride up and down Main Street before you get tired of riding up and down Main Street?
How many times did you do it in high school?
Well, that's a different thing. Same reason I squealed my tires and jacked up my car and put loud exhaust on it, because I was a teenager.
In high school, we had a Main Street, but our Main Street was like, what, 30 miles long?
We have one of the longest main streets in America.
And that's what you did on Friday nights and Saturday nights. Just drive up and down Main Street.
Until I moved to Missouri, we used to go out in the woods. We went out on the roads and drank because there was nobody on the road.
Out in the woods?
No, it was out in the woods. You took the girls out in the woods. Showed them nature.
I don't think so. They want to know if you think they were going to pull the plug on Biketoberfest in Florida.
I don't think so. They had it last year.
Yeah.
You know, so so what I think what would happen in Daytona was the Main Street could shut down. That wouldn't surprise me. But I think Daytona learned this year how much money they make and what they lost in October last year by closing down Main Street. So, which was stupid. Daytona couldn't have a band outside, but you could have a band inside. Hello, dumbass. You could have it outside. You got air. You got less chance of getting the virus than shoving a whole bunch of people bikers inside of a bar with a band.
Oh, thanks, Ken.
So
Ken said his favorite part of the rally was meeting us.
That
was nice. Thanks. That was probably
that
was probably our favorite thing too, is meeting everybody. Yeah, how about that?
Thank you. Another happy subscriber getting a sticker.
Yep. Brazil. Oh my gosh. There's somebody from Brazil. We've got you.
Did any of our foreign people say they're going to watch Terrific Tuesday, the milkshakes?
They never said.
All right, well, you guys pay $25 to see the milkshakes. And would you tell your friends in your country that we have a milkshake video up?
Somebody keeps asking, is that my dad's? I don't know. Is that your dad? Are you my dad?
She's older than me.
No, I thought they were asking if you were their dad. I don't know.
Who's your daddy? Let's ask the girls that. Who's your daddy?
Yes, we're going to Galveston. A couple people have asked that. We'll be in Galveston. That'll be our last rally. Our last rally was going to be in Mexico, but I don't think they're having theirs either.
Rocky Point.
So I think Galveston's going to be our last one.
Well, this is tough. You know, if we did next year, which I don't have to because we didn't get to 25,000 subscribers, we've kind of thought about Laconia and stuff. And a lot's going to just depend once we get Galveston done, based on if we do go to Florida, if we don't go to Florida. At that point, we're really going to sit down and look at rallies for next year and decide if this is all worth it. It's like some people told us here, you know, you come to these rallies, like especially the vendors, you see it, you done it, been there, it's the same thing all the time. Nothing really changes. And
where?
At rallies in general, but that's what Dan said yesterday, that they don't really change. It's all, you know, but what we found at the Buffalo Chip which you'll see on video soon, is the reason most people go to the Buffalo chip is because they've met some people, especially the tent campers. They have met people there in their section where they were at 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and became friends with them. And they all stay in the same area of the chip every year. One guy gets there early, pays early to get in, ropes it all off, and they all come. That's the only time they ever see them is here at the chip. So for 2 weeks, they party, they have fun, they do their rides, and that's what the rally is really about. And people should get back to that. You know, the concerts are great, but that's not what a rally's about. And neither is the vendors. You know, and somebody else said that. Why would you spend? That was a good question somebody had the other day. Why would you come to a rally to buy something? Okay, for instance, right now, we live in Bullhead City. We have a few bike shops, and we have a dealership. That's it. So you just can't buy Legend Shocks. I don't know if anybody even installed Legend Shocks, or if they can even get a price on them to put them on.
Our dealership is 30 miles away. It's in Kingman.
Yeah. So when you come to a place like this, you have the wide variety of mufflers you could put on your bike, header pipes, dyno guys. You get a ton of people doing seats, selling patches, selling T-shirts. All this stuff is going on here, and you can pick and choose who you want to buy from. Where when you're at home, you might have your local bike shop is the only place you can buy stuff at. Maybe he's giving you a good deal, maybe he's not. But when he's the only game in town, he's got that advantage. So here you can actually, a lot of the places is factory reps. So you can sit down and talk to Vance and Hines, or talk to S&S Motors, or whoever you might want to talk to, and actually get Harleys here. So your dealer may be telling you one line of crap. You go talk to the vet, you talk to somebody from the factory, and they tell you, no, it's this way. Well, I would probably believe the guy from the factory before I believe what the dealership told me about a particular bike. Just because they've got the best knowledge. They may not have more experience than the dealer, but they should have the most insight of what's going on. It's like here, asking us about something that happened. Let's say you've never been to Sturgis in your whole life, and so somebody asks you what you think about Sturgis, and you give them your opinion. Well, my opinion is probably better than yours because we're actually here checking it all out. So that's kind of what I would say about somebody that where you get the factories thing. Did we talk to a lot of factory people? No. But we chat with people. We talked to somebody from Harley the other day, chatted with them about some of the stuff, some of the bikes and stuff. They won't go on camera. I know we got to talk to BMW, which was really nice that they spoke to us a little bit. Didn't tell us a whole lot, but they did talk to us. And so that's kind of neat to have people like that. And you guys can see that from the vendors that talk to you and stuff like that on our channel. And but it's like a girl just came up here. She wanted to have a custom patch made. Well, I thought it was going to be something else. I thought she kind of made like a trademark. She wanted it done for her dad that passed away. But in turn, she just wanted a certain patch to add to her patches with just a word on it. And so she wanted us to go to one of the patch people and talk to them. Well, my point was, if it was a patch that she designed, you don't want to give it to one of these. It's like Carney people out here. You don't want to give them a great idea because they'll run down, patent it, and you lost your patch.
Wasn't there a guy that sewed on patches and embroidered? Remember, Craig had one done for his daughter that passed away. Remember, he had to put her name and the dates. I think they did that somewhere, but I don't know.
I don't know if it's he could have had the guy in Kingman do it too.
No, it was a rally we were all at.
Oh, it was a Laughlin rally. It was that lady that I think she was trying to sell her booth right there in front of the Riverside.
I guess. Oh yeah, maybe that was it. Anyway,
remember they went back to get the patch. She also got the nurse patches and everything from her too.
So we do have a video out on our trailer. If I get it cleaned up before we put the bike and the golf cart back in it, we'll do a quick live on it and you guys can see it. And we do have a trailer. Somebody asked if we stayed in a hotel.
So you can actually see our first one's going to Sturgis here. It shows us loading the golf cart and the motorcycle in the back of the trailer. You can kind of get an idea of what the back of our trailer looks like from that video. And that's just a couple of weeks ago.
Did know somebody named Bam Bam. She was lived out by my grandpa's farm. Pet Market. I mean, like Sturgis bike. Yeah, Sturgis has the best vendors here. Somebody, I think Ryder X said if he comes out and he doesn't have any friends, the biker community is great. If you're camping next to somebody or you come someplace to eat and sit down. Anybody talks to you.
Well, it's like I
Everybody
did.
talks to you.
Somebody asked a while back, is we're coming alone. Well, how do we find people to ride with? Well, that's not very hard at all
No.
to do. Now, it also depends on your experience. You know, there's guys out here that can run 60 miles an hour around these 20-mile-an-hour turns. Well, if you're a new rider, you don't want to ride with somebody like that. That's your first thing. So you want to find people that ride like you do. So like when I led my ride, I held back a little bit. Some people drifted back. Some people were right up with us. So, and then I had to slow down a couple times. So it depends. The best way to learn to ride, especially if you have a Harley, is to join a hog group. And that's how we learned how to ride, is through that. And they teach you the hand signals, teach you how to stay back. Because what's bad about
Glad you
here,
made it home safe.
people have never rode in a group,
Thumbs up.
and they come out here and they're right on top of the guy in front of them, where if that guy hits something, they're going to plow in the right back of their bike. So the reason you stagger is because it gives you that much more time in front of the bike in front of you. And see, a lot of the motorcycle clubs ride side by side. That's their thing. That's how they do it. That's fine. If they like it and they're all agreeing to that, that's great. Me, it's a staggered formation. Unless you're on a windy road, then it's front to front. Then you are all lined up in a line. But you have to leave room in front of everybody to give adequate room. If a deer runs out in front of somebody, if somebody's tire blows out, if somebody swerves, whatever. We known a group in San Diego that a car hit the first bike and
Whatever matches my shirt.
9 more bikes plowed into the bikes and 5 people died.
Thank
Oh,
you.
5 more people or 8 more people died in that wreck. If they would have staggered back, the
Sorry,
first couple
Randy.
would have passed away because they got hit by the car, but the other ones would not have. But they were too close to the rest of them that they couldn't stop. And because the other ones that were farther back, it was actually a hog group. The rest of them farther back had enough room that they were able to stop. So there's just a typical example of why you want to leave room between people. Somebody else was talking here on Facebook that a couple bikes passed them on the Needles Highway in their lane. If you're riding in a group like that, or you're riding a road like that, it's your responsibility. If people's on back of you, it's just like cars. Those cars are supposed to pull over in those turnouts. Now, what a motorcycle can do is you can move over towards the right shoulder, and then you motion for the guys behind you to go ahead and fly past you, and you slow down, let them pass you, and then you tuck back in. That's just common courtesy, because there's going to be guys out there that can ride really good. Do you really want that guy
Super
riding your
chat.
butt?
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you. Riding on your butt the whole time. Just let them pass you. Let's scoot on over. Let them go on by. It's not degrading. It's nothing else. You might avoid a confrontation at the end of that ride. That somebody may come up to you at the end and say, dude, you should have pulled over and let us get by. We're better riders. And there is. But I said before, there's a lot of people here who's going to ride better than you, and there's going to be people here who ride a heck of a lot worse than you. Everybody's somewhere in that line. Unless you're a motorcycle racer, you might have somebody there. You might be the top of the trade, and nobody will be faster than you. But other than that, I know there's people out there that can ride better than me. And there's a lot of people that ride worse than me.
So, I don't know where to start. Does each year get better than the last year? And then they want to know what you thought of the
I'll do
chip.
the first one. So does coming to Sturgis, is that the question? If coming to Sturgis gets better each year?
Yes.
Yes. If you watch stuff like what we do, our videos, the reason we came to Sturgis the very first time was the Full Throttle TV show. First year was on, I was like, we've got to go to the Full Throttle. So we came out here, we hung out there almost the whole time. We did Iron Mountain, we did some of the other rides, hung around downtown, didn't really do much of the bar scene. Every night we were out at the Full Throttle watching free concerts at 6 o'clock. Well, it used to be you come in at 7, and they moved it now to 6. But you can go out there early and got to see free. And that's what we did. Did that for several years. Well, then once we started the YouTube channel and started going out and finding all these great places to check out, now it's actually getting better. To where it's just like here, if you watch our last year's videos, and you watch this year's videos, you know, people can do videos all day long on Iron Mountain. You know, and if you watch my Iron Mountain video, it's mixed in with a bunch of other rides, because how many times do I need to show you Iron Mountain? You need to know one thing down there is at the very bottom of the hill. You can check out, there's a campground, there's a bar, there's a restaurant, gift shop, campgrounds, cabins, and that's the only place you can buy. Oh, I took my shirt off because it was too hot today. My shirt I bought with tells you all the turn, Iron Mountain shirt. Only place you can buy it. Other than that, you don't need to know nothing else about Iron Mountain. Unless you're a first timer, you really shouldn't ride it during the rally. Even if you're a second or third time, if you're not an experienced rider, stay off of Iron Mountain Needles Highway. There's a lot of great rides out here, like Van Knocker Road's a good one. Spearfish is another good one. When you get those down and you're riding good on them, and Spearfish, you don't need to go past the lodge. Once you get to the lodge, ain't nothing past the lodge worth driving on. It's just a road. Then you get down there to the, it's a 14A.
Yeah.
You turn left. Ain't nothing down that road either until you get to
Hi, Ranger.
Lead. And so
I know we've been trying. We need a moderator. Ryder X. Thank you, Ryder X. Another super
you got
chat.
some buttholes coming on.
Yeah, there's one, and they're all. I blocked him for right now.
Oh,
so,
okay. You can remove it.
especially Well, I know. Yes, I know. And we've asked Ken, and I think
So any
Ken
of
will
you
do
that would
it.
like to be a monitor of our channel, what you need to do is email us at Bob and Tams, Bob, B-O-B, and A-N-D, T-A-M-S at yahoo.com. Give us your name, and then give us your YouTube name, and I will add you to a list that every time we come on, you'll have a little wrench and your name's highlighted. So you can go in there and you can block people, and what we do is we can see them. Even if you block them, we'll still see them. To where if we think you blocked somebody that you shouldn't have, we can unblock them. So it's not, you don't get anything for it, but you do get, the wrench makes you special. And that you can see those comments and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
that's
you can help us out.
Whoops.
Especially on the phone here, it's tough for us to watch all the
Give us a
crazy
thumbs
people that
up. Our
come on.
friend Art says, give us a thumbs up.
All right, so what's the next question?
What did you think of the chip? Did you share? What's the name of your editing equipment?
Okay, so for the chip, what did I think about it? It's a lot better than I was expecting. We brought gun muffs. We brought our
Earplugs.
our gun shooting range ear muffs. We brought we already had music. We got Bluetooth in there. We can play, and we knew the air conditioner. We only ever had to turn the air conditioner on in our bedroom, not to hear the music outside.
Yeah.
So the only thing we could hear is these clowns at 3 o'clock in the morning that rev their motorcycles up as they're driving through the campground. And other than that,
That's true.
2 or 3 a night. Not a big deal. You wake up for a second, we pretty much fall right back to sleep. So sometimes I never did hear them. Maybe they didn't do it. They said there was somebody out last night yelling that they were going to shoot people, shoot liberals, and I don't know what happened. Somebody else said an ambulance ended up showing up. So I don't know if the guy never got a gun. He never shot anybody. And maybe the guy was so drunk he passed out and they called the ambulance. I don't know. We didn't hear any sirens. We didn't hear nothing.
Bill the Harley guy.
The guys in the tent said they heard it all.
Yeah.
So if you're in the tent, you're going to hear a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
The dust
the dust was
is bad. Bad. But when you look at that, would you have rather had rain and mud?
You have mud
hail?
or dust? Yeah.
I'll take the dry dust.
So our email address is BOBANDTAMS, Bob and Tams at yahoo.com. So that's our email. They asked one more time.
Other than that, the people at night, we're right down at beach. What's that called? Beach. What's the little shack called? Where we camped at? Beach.
I don't know.
What campground are we in?
We're at Buffalo Chip.
Okay. There's a place down at the end.
Bikini Beach.
All right. Bikini Beach, right there is like 3 intersections are coming together. That is like a demolition tree down there.
That's what he
trying to
called
get through there at night. During the day, it's not so bad, but at night,
Yes.
people shouldn't be drinking and driving golf carts and
Thanks, Doc.
ATVs and motorcycles. I've never seen so many people, morons, that were driving their motorcycles and their heads were turned completely around,
Venezuela.
driving down the road. And it's like, dude, somebody should have knocked them off their bikes. They had no business out there, and that's what the security staff, we actually put them on camera the other day. If you watch the video the last day or two, that's what they said. People not liberated, What is it when you drink too much? Turns it out.
Inebriate.
Yeah.
Inebriate. I can't say anything.
Whatever it is, they're drunk.
You're drunk.
And you shouldn't be driving any
Hi,
vehicle.
Julio from Venezuela.
That's the #1 problem that the ship has with security is people that drink way too much. So, but I mean, the people were very nice. We didn't see any fights. We didn't see anybody yelling at anybody.
Hi, Henry.
The music was, the concerts were, which is, Kid Rock was packed. We didn't go see anything else. So we drove over there last night. They had a headbanging. I don't know if it was Anthrax or who the heck they were.
I don't know.
But it was a headbanging sound.
We thought we'd go down there. It wasn't very busy. And yeah, when they started
there
playing.
was a lot of room. You could drive the golf cart around and you could get up front of the stage. But I mean, it was fine. And we just drove down there to kind of see what's going on. I shot a little bit of video from there, which we'll put up the next day or so. So overall, the ship wasn't bad. We're actually considering possibly next year again there. But we'll definitely move.
That email will work.
We'll get away from Bikini Beach.
Or you can put an S on the end of Tams, either one. We have Bob and Tam or Bob and Tams. So either one of those will work.
So I don't really have a big complaint about the Buffalo Ship. Now, we had the Monkey Man and a couple other people said the staff got on them for different things. But we didn't have any trouble with the staff because staff already knew who we were. And if they say anything to us, we just said, "Go talk to Rod. See what he's got to say about it."
Well, that didn't work at the Iron Horse anyway.
Yeah,
Douglas and Fabian, hello. They're from Brazil.
Somebody said they would pay the $25 overseas to watch Milkshake.
Bikini Beach.
My milkshake shake in the. How's that go? That song.
The boys, my milkshake brings all the boys to the house.
There you go. We're gonna have a milkshake song. We're gonna have the milkshakes coming up next month. Looking to see if our overseas people will pay $25 to see the milkshakes.
That's what
50 of them.
That's what somebody said when we first named our channel Bob and Sam's Excellent Adventures. And somebody said, "Oh, because people name like their cars and their RVs and all that stuff. We never have, but they said we should name our trailer. Is it Rufus?
Yeah.
That's what George Carlin was when he used to get in the phone booth and then wrap it like a phone booth on its side traveling down the road. They thought that'd be really funny. So if you know who Bob and Tam or Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is, you'll get that. Paula said she enjoys staying in a motel when she comes out here, but that gets expensive. So how much, if you don't mind, Paula, how much did you pay? And where at? Was it in Rapid City?
Well, see, I think a lot of people stay in a hotel, but they don't spend the full 2 weeks
Everybody give us a thumbs up. Everybody's that's on. We've got 574 people.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes,
well, we stayed a couple years ago in somebody's basement in Rapid City. That was a great deal. He's actually a good friend of ours now, Doug. He's a great friend. He rents his basement out. He's got 2 bedrooms. They got queen-size beds in them. He's got a bathroom down there, full bathroom, shower, and all that. And then he's got a laundromat down there. You can use the washer and the dryer. He lets you park your bike in his garage. Well, it's a laundromat when you have a washer and dryer in a little room. It's like a laundromat.
It doesn't cost.
Yeah, that's right.
It's free.
But he lets you use the refrigerator out in the garage, put your beer and stuff in.
Put your bikes in your garage.
He's got lawn chairs you can set out in the yard. Great guy. We can give you information if you're interested in running that. Very reasonable for the rally. I know we paid years ago, but I don't know what his price is now, so I won't quote that.
Yeah.
But they have your bikes.
There you go.
And then a lot of people say, I don't want to stay in Rapid City. One of the reasons why it's really good to stay in.
Thank you, Karen. We got a super chat. Thank you, Karen.
One of the good reasons about staying in Rapid City, that's where all the good rides are at. To go down to Iron Mountain, to go down to Custer's Park, to go down to Needles Highway. You want to be down at that end of the world, especially if you're going to Custer State Park. You want to be down there by 9 o'clock. So that means you're leaving here about 7 in the morning to get down to Custer by 9. Those banks talking to you now?
No. They want to know if you breathe and if you do breathing exercises. They said I can't get a word in.
They said, she talked for the first hour. People don't listen very well. I sat here
maybe they
quiet.
weren't on the first hour. I don't know.
Well, they need to go back and watch it again.
So thanks. It was nice meeting you too, Grizzly. Oxygen. Yes. Well, it like a
lot of people said I should have been a lawyer to argue cases. I was a union president.
He does like to argue.
I was a union president. I did very well at what I did for the 3 years that I was a full-time job as a union president in California, Southern California, for 5,500 employees, and did a lot of good things.
Bye, Art.
Where's Art going? He got no place
to
go.
Go to dinner, he said.
Who's he going to dinner with?
I don't know.
Where the hell are you going, Art?
Maybe Sherry. Is he going to dinner with Sherry?
Sweet Petunia? Are you going to have lunch with Sweet Petunia?
Stop it.
Dinner? Where are you going? You're
Traveling
going to
tech guy.
taco,
Hi,
what
we
is it,
met-
Chronic Tacos with Sweet Petunia.
She likes there.
I know, that's
Born
why
and
I
raised in
said it.
Florida back in the 70s and 80s.
Any more questions while you're reading to yourself? You're doing
Inebriated.
what the carpetbagger
They wanted
does.
to know fatalities again.
Okay,
and
so
then,
what we found out about fatalities is this is yesterday's number, and they only count from last Friday to Saturday. There's either 8 or 9. 2 of them died yesterday on Saturday. So I don't know if any others died before that, but there was more before that. We heard last week, up into coming up to the rally, counting that, we heard about 12. So based on that, 12, 30, 14, probably in the area. 14. But I don't know if we can get it. We can chase it. Last time I tried to talk to a state trooper, they wouldn't tell me nothing. But I didn't try out here.
Thanks. Thank you guys for watching.
Relations. Any other questions?
No, that was it. Well, they said Kid Rock was a good concert. He's an All-American, and he doesn't charge a lot for his concerts. That he lets so everybody can get in to see him.
So if you bought tickets, which I didn't look to see what they were, if you bought tickets the day of the
Kid Rock concert,
how much did you pay that day to get in the gate?
They like our milkshake song. Michael Hoffman, thank you guys.
But will you watch the milkshake movie?
Yeah.
50 different milkshakes.
Yeah, all shapes and sizes.
Yep, we give it little baby milkshakes, and we got the Gabanza milkshakes for the big boys that want the.
He doesn't really like any sweets.
What?
They want to know if you like salt water taffy.
No.
He doesn't.
I'm not a big candy eater.
No, he doesn't.
I can eat candy all the time, but I could go the rest of my life and never eat.
That's what he says. But if I give him a bag of M&Ms.
Well, but they're there. But if I don't tell you to go to the store and buy M&Ms.
No, I don't. But
I eat what's there.
But
when we travel, we have to eat candy to stay awake.
Sometimes, yeah. He needs something to keep him awake.
I used to drink sodas, and I don't really drink sodas except now. This week, I've drank way more sodas than I've drank in the last 2 years.
George was saying his, he liked that every year is different at the Buffalo Chip. This year was the
governor. Go see if it's shadier over there.
Governor was.
Here, she's going to go check the other table and see if it's our favorite table down front. If it's easier, more shade looks like down there. We're getting in the sun here. She can't walk. That's what happens if she sits too long. Cool. Better there? All right, so we're moving. Moving across town. Well, you got to switch to chairs.
All right. So now we're over here now. How about that? Oh, is that? No. I don't know where he's going to be. We'll see. Yes, Chrissy Gnome. I like Chrissy Gnome. 100% union. Can still hear No, there wasn't any protesters this year. They did not show up. I don't know. Now it's in my.
More shade.
I don't know. It might. I don't know. Now the sun's in my eyes. Tater Two Dogs. Somebody give Bob a brownie. Are you still here, Tater Two Dog? Because he didn't make it.
You can do the refills now.
All right, you're gonna watch the.
I'm not gonna look at the comments.
He
we're gonna
just puts
talk.
it just on him.
Well, since you're getting up. So what's going on? We're on Main Street in Sturgis, South Dakota, right here on Main Street. Look at it, Main Street. Look at all them bikes going down Main Street. You're right. There ain't no bikes going down Main Street because everybody's leaving. Actually, this morning at the chip, they actually said they had more people on property today than they've ever had in the past on a Sunday. I don't know how they went around and counted us all, but pretty good. A lot of people stay up there in the South 40. That's way back in the left-hand corner of the property. There's a shower house up there. I don't know why. Where we were at on the side over here, we were in Blue Sky. That wasn't a bad area. We were right there on the road. If it wasn't for the bikes riding up and down the street, that would have been a lot better. Anybody else stay at the Buffalo Chip with an RV? How did you like your spot? And move the camera back a little bit. Still got a sun a little bit in our eyes. Sun's starting to set. So what else you want to talk about? We've got, we're going to probably be here towards the end of this week. We're just sitting down with Rod, Woody tomorrow. Somebody else we're going to meet with. Oh, we're going back to the Harley dealer. We're trying to get our vet bike going. If any of you want to know about that, we're working on getting a motorcycle. Hey, if anybody out there's got a motorcycle, a Harley, that they would like to donate to the project, I don't want a basket case. I want a bike that at least somewhat runs. And looking for like a 1200 or a Heritage. And we're going to fix it all up and give it to the Vets Club here next year. And then they're going to raffle it off. That's going to be our part to help out the veterans out here. So that's kind of something we're working on. And we're hoping Harley tomorrow. We couldn't get a hold of anybody this morning, or this afternoon, this morning, to get to find out if they're going to donate a bike. If not, I'm going to go on Craigslist or someplace and just buy one and hopefully find something. But the idea was to try to get it now. We could leave it at speeds. They could do the motor and all that. And then we come, I would probably drive up here again or come by and pick the bike back up and then haul it home. Oh, we'll put sunglasses on. What'd you do with them?
Well, I can't see then that way. Oh, she paid $90 for a motel room. That's not bad. Kid Rock rolls. Yeah, he does. Well, we've seen him a couple different times. I don't like his old stuff or his original stuff, I guess I should say. The F word and the
F-bombs all the way through the songs.
Yeah.
When he was more of a rapper.
Yeah.
We like the stuff now that's got like Podunk and like Cowboy.
Well, and the stuff in the
she
2000s
likes the,
too.
what's the one song about God? He said
oh
something.
Yeah. Only God knows why.
She likes that song, and there's a lot of songs that we like that are Kid Rock songs.
I don't think this is any better. Not for me anyway.
Sit on that side and see. It's under your back.
Yeah, and we have $105. That was in May though. That wasn't here. There's Kenneth. Hi, Kenneth. That makes no sense.
Turning the car.
Yes, he is. Well, you were talking. What you either look at the comments or I can. Your voice is still less. Yeah, he hasn't talked quite as much today as he has in the past. So, $20 a ticket, $3 a beer at Kid Rock. That's not bad either.
It's only $20 to get in.
That's what. Well, this was in.
Well, I want to know
California.
What they charged you here. If you walked in on Kid Rock night, what did you pay at the back gate to get in and see Kid Rock? Somebody was telling me
at the Buffalo show.
Yeah, somebody was telling me at the end here that they were selling the wristbands for $1,000.
Yes, right. When we left the dealership later this afternoon, it was 733 bikes were sold, and there was a couple still in the works. Our next rally is going to be Bikes, Blues, and
Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh, Lake of the Ozarks first, and then Bikes, Blues, and barbecue after that. There were no protesters this year that we knew of or saw or heard of, so we're probably going to be leaving next week sometime. This week, yes, coming up.
I'm going to leave between Wednesday and Friday this week, hitting the road, depending on weather. We may move into town and park on a concrete slab. Stay actually underneath the Sturgis sign. I think it's Sturgis RV Park. We have Passport America. No, is it Passport? No. Which ones gives you the discount? Passport America.
Passport America.
Passport America. During the off time here, you can stay there for half price. Or normal rate's like $40. So you can stay there 2 days max. But you got to do 2 day minimum for $40 with tax, less than $50. And we may stay there in town the last 2 days and leave the truck hooked up, and then we can just head out maybe on Friday. If it's going to storm Wednesday and Thursday, I don't want to get over there and have to deal with all the mud and stuff to get out.
Yeah, Camp 5 Road is a nice place to stay. You can boondock down there, and that's all free.
Mohawk Mike stayed there.
Oh, did he? Okay. Yeah. Yep, he's, like I said, he hasn't talked very much today, so Deep Lake was really quiet. They were in Deep Lake. I don't really, where's that? Is that over there by Fish and Fry? I don't know where that is. How long is the chip open?
Well,
I think
the Buffalo
you can stay
chip
through till tonight.
Yeah, tonight is the official night of the chip. Unless you've gone in the office and then you're paying. Somewhere along the next week or so, they're going to shut the power off and the water out there. As soon as they get everything all checked out, make sure everything's working still, and they'll start shutting the power off out there. There's always somebody that actually told us today, there's 14 employees that are full-time out at the chip. 2 maintenance and then 12 staff. that'll be there starting Monday. They'll be there every 5 days a week.
The Kid Rock was $90. I don't know if
Okay.
it was that night or, but I think that's
That's what I heard too.
Did we
$90.
We bought our tickets. When we came out, I don't know,
I don't
several
think I
years
paid
ago,
$90.
we paid before we ever came out for the tickets. So we bought them free.
Art came with us.
Yep, Art was there, and we didn't stay very long because it started pouring down rain.
That's the year. If you ever see the lightning bolt behind Kid Rock on a stage, it was there at the Buffalo Chip. I think it was like 2015 or something. Was the year they did that. Rod's actually got it on a picture inside the office, and it's pretty cool. But we were actually there. Kid Rock, the lightning came down, and Kid Rock came out of the floor and jumped right as the lightning was coming down.
You
It
know
was
how
like
he says, "I'm Kid," and when he said "rock,"
he come
the
flying up.
lightning bolt came down. It was
It's
awesome.
right behind him.
It was
Like,
awesome.
You would have swore it hit a trailer behind us.
Yeah. So they wanted to know if there was a better spot at the Chip for a toy hauler other than Blue Sky area. He looked this morning. We went down to that.
Well, we're
I don't know what that
looking-
area is called.
Do you need 50 amp? See, that's what's really limited on 50 amp. They don't have as many spots 50 amp. We're actually thinking about the other side of the theater, which would be facing towards the theater, but down in the gully there on Akalai Road or whatever they pronounce
I
that,
don't know.
Akayela Road or
Yeah.
whatever. It's a road that runs down, takes you down to Camp Zero, takes you around the back gate. If you look at that road to the right there, there's some concrete pads there, and we haven't gone up to the office to see if they're even open. Because they give people first shot. They give them about a week or so here to book for next year. Those sections. Right now, last year they were going to let you pick your spot. This year they're not. They didn't do that. But what we found out, you can pay early and get in here early. You can show up here a week ahead of time, but you got to pay. I don't know what it was for 10. Somebody told me on 30 amp it was like $30 a day. You had to pay to get in early.
Sammy.
But to get a good spot, now see, we were lucky. We got there way before that, and we pretty much got to pick where we wanted to park at
We were the first ones in the Blue Sky area.
for a long time.
Yeah. Somebody else came.
We may be the
shortly
last ones
after.
there.
We might be. Deep Lake again. Somebody else was in Deep Lake. They said it was really quiet. I don't. Where is Deep Lake? What city is that near?
Deep Lake might be. Is that part of the chip?
Oh yeah, it is. That's the part in the back. That's right. I think so. You're right. Latin America. Thanks. Hotel was $250 a night. Oh, $90 must have been for the. So $250 a night for a motel room. So safe
Depends
travels,
on how long
everybody
you're
out
staying
there.
for. You know, if you're staying for 5 days, you're getting up there. But I mean, that's what I said. Somebody told me that out of the Buffalo, not Buffalo Chip, at Full Throttle, it was like $16.50 for a cabin.
Thanks, Tracy.
That's crazy for a shed. A lot of people compare the Full Throttle to the Buffalo Chip. To me, there's no comparison because they throw in the concerts. Well, if you get out there by 6 o'clock, the concerts are free anyway. So it's not like the Chip, you have to pay for them. So when you sit down there and look at, if you're a concert guy or girl and you've got to go to concerts and that's really what you want to do, then yes, the Chip, getting a wristband is the best way to go. There is wristbands that are cheaper out here. Somebody said Hog Heaven was only like $150 for a tent with a wristband. I think Iron Horse Campground, I think it's around $150 or something for a wristband. They've got woods. A lot of people say the Buffalo Chip has no shade. They have a lot of shade for tent campers, but most of them got there a day or two early and they cordoned off their area, took a lot of that shade area up. So you can get shade area for a tent.
So if somebody wants to know if they had any work down at Fozzie Cycles there at the Chip. And
They did any work there?
work done, yeah.
Oh, you have to ask anybody. Does anybody have an Indian motorcycle? See, that guy's got a patent.
No, Fozzie's was the regular
Oh.
garage, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Lloyd's or
Yeah,
Floyd's or something was the
yeah,
other
okay.
one.
So yeah, so Fozzie's. I seen some guys get tires there. I seen people get batteries there. But he was just doing light maintenance. He did oil changes, batteries, tires. That was the extent of his
Yes, he
work.
did.
He wasn't a full, it wasn't like a Speeds or. And then the guy next to him, that Floyd's garage or whatever it was only Indian. He's got a patent on a performance chip that you can put into an Indian, that Indian warranties it. So he's the only one in the world that has that. So he came to the chip and all he's doing is putting that chip in.
It was a Somebody wanted to know what you thought about the road, the cut-through road, the Pleasant Valley Road. The dirt road, yes, the bypass.
Good and bad. Well, when we first got there, it was really bad because they were soaking it down. But we didn't know that they put out here some kind of oil.
No, it's called magnesium water. It's magnesium and something
so it's supposed
else.
to harden the road up. It definitely got a lot better. First week,
but when we first got there, yeah.
We first got there was piles of rock in the middle, and that's loose rock. You got in there, your bike kind of zipped around on you. We know Chip from Adam Amsoil, and he flew by us a lot of times. We were on that road doing about 45, 50 miles an hour, passing all the cars. So it was rough. But if you took your time, I don't know if we got up to 45 all the time down the road, but you could do, but yes, I know people last year that wrecked on that road. Some people just can't ride on rock roads. So if you're not used to riding a rock road, don't take the bypass.
So Justin, when you stayed out there, he says they have 50 amps out there. Could you hear, was it very noisy out there for you guys?
Well, the point that I want to know is not so much about the concerts. Are you hearing the motorcycles running up and down the road at night?
I think he wanted to be close to the road. Because in case it rained, he didn't want to have to be taking the motorcycle through the mud to get in and out. So we thought we were going to be smart and park right next to the road. Well,
we could pull the bike right out. Yeah. We never had to worry about being stuck. And so that's the point that I look at some of these little dirt roads that they've got at the Chip.
The price.
Are you going to get out there and get stuck or get your bike, fall over in the mud? Because Harleys weren't designed to be riding in the mud. They're not a dirt bike.
So Paula said that she stays in a hotel because she has her own private bathrooms. I said, well, that's worth it.
Are you staying locally or are you going out to Rapid City?
I think she said Spearfish she was in. Okay. So.
And we know, you used to be able to, which I don't know if they did it this year. We had a friend,
Sherry, used to
Sweet Petunia. She used to stay at the college. You could go out there and rent a room. It was in the dorms. So you'd be in there with other girls or guys, and you would rent a room, and then people shared the bathroom. She loved that. But I know last year they didn't do it. I don't know if they still do it or not. See, what's bad now is there's a lot of places that aren't there was a bunch of Facebook pages that were doing rentals. Well, I think what happened, which we heard, we already know one place right down the street here on Main Street, a guy was renting it out, and he didn't even own the property. Somebody else owned it.
That's what I missed. I wrote down somebody's name, but I forgot. I didn't write down the question. Somebody asked if they didn't have any place to stay or didn't have enough room to bring anything. It's called, is it Easy Riders Camp?
Yeah.
Easy Riders Camp. And what they do, I don't know how much.
Watch the video.
Yeah.
It was for the whole rally. It was $1,285. What you got was looked like a queen size bed on a frame, an air mattress with blankets. You got not a radio. You got electric plug. You got a fan. You get a cooler
and a chair.
2 chairs.
Okay.
And
a tent. They bring all that, and that's all there for you. All you do is pull up on your motorcycle with your basic stuff, and there you go. It was really cool. We had another super chat. Thank you, BK, $9.99.
So if you watch one of our
great content, where to go, what to do, where to eat, where to stay, made our first trip memorable. So let's know help. Thank you very much. And that's why we do these videos for all you guys.
So we did do a video on Easy Camp, but it was at the end of one of our videos. One of the ones that got kind of long. I don't know which one it was. It's probably about a week ago.
It was probably the second or third day, maybe.
I don't know.
But it's called Easy Rider.
You can probably go on the
Easy Rider Camp, I think.
You can go on to the Buffalo Chip's website, and it's going to be on there. He signed a 5-year contract, so he's going to be there 4 more years. Same location. Guy was really nice. We actually seen him in Daytona last year. He's actually from Florida. All the trucks that they bring in are all these insurance guys' trucks from Florida.
That Van Houston.
Well, we met there. They're a nice company too.
Yeah.
But they must have gave him the trucks to haul the stuff up. And it was pretty good. They had some mornings, they had breakfast and stuff for you. They had they had their own bath, porta potties, that you had a combination lock to get in. So only the people in the tents could use them. One old person said the only problem with that is if you get really, really drunk, all the tents look the same. You might be sliding in with some dude or somebody else's woman.
I know that's the only thing, yeah, because all the tents were exactly the same and they were all right next to each other. So I was wondering that too. I thought if somebody in the tent next to you snored, Yeah, you might have an issue with
But you had
that.
you have enough to run like a rate. You don't have enough power to hook an air conditioner up, but you could run, you know, charge your phone. You could, what they did is that it had up, I think they had 600 watts going in there, and everybody had an extension cord that came in that had a little fan and a place to plug your phone in and all that kind of neat stuff.